your favorite dance, up it down, do it ratchet. Yeah, do it ratchet. Never go back.
Atlanta, Georgia, nigga. Come to Atlanta, Georgia, nigga. Come to Atlanta, Georgia. I ain't gonna lie, Chatty Chat. We ain't watched one of these bitches in a long time. I need this. I know, like, nigga, we ain't watched a murder mystery in a long time. Wait, hold on. What was this bitch called though? Wife accidentally said something on the killers when only the killer would know. The bitch, you guilty. Pack your shit up and you know what I'm saying?
Quite frankly, it's hard to remember all those lies.
This is Angelina, whose husband, Jose Francisco, was found dead in their home just 5 months after they married. At first, Angelina seemed eager to
she seemed like a nice bitch.
Help uncover the truth.
You have some information that believes there's a possibility that your husband was poisoned.
But soon, her story shifted from grief to suspicion.
It could be anything. It could be the flowers on the road. It could be something.
Flowers on the road.
Damn, nigga, she got a fucking mustache. What the? That bitch is black.
Flowers on the road. It could be something.
Flowers on the road.
Yeah. You know, they grow in the middle of the highway.
Oh, she's in the military. Oh, man. This could be ROTC, but nigga, no.
Angelina held something
she crashed out.
Far more chilling than sorrow, a glimpse into a killer's mind. With one slip, she revealed a dark truth only the guilty could have known.
I would think so. People get poisoned by it all the time. It doesn't take much. If there was a tape recorder on, I'd be screwed if I keep answering these questions.
On Saturday, September 9th, 2000, Angelina made a desperate call to the Montebello Police Department, urging them to come to her home at 800 block of Marconi Street in Montebello immediately. She had found 41-year-old Jose Francisco, also known as Frank, lying face down on the bedroom carpet.
When first responders got there, they found Frank in a terrible condition. There was blood coming out of his nose.
The officer who
she whooped the fuck out this nigga. I'm talking about, get this nigga the fucking hands.
Observed the scene noted there were no obvious signs of an unnatural death. Although there were small specks of blood at the scene, it wasn't enough to suggest foul play. An autopsy would be necessary to uncover what had led to Frank's sudden demise.
She explained to them that for the past few days, Frank was having severe stomach issues.
He was vomiting and suffering from diarrhea, and his condition had deteriorated
Can't trust a bitch.
Rapidly a few days before his tragic death. Angelina stated that she had rushed him to the emergency room at Kaiser Hospital in Baldwin Park.
So I take him in and I said, he's sick. I don't know what it is. He can't stand, he can't talk. I said, he's throwing up.
Angelina told police that on Tuesday, September 5th, Frank was called back to Angel Gate Academy. Frank was a special education teacher at Angel Gate
Academy. I thought they said he was calling to the Heaven Gates type shit.
Academy in California. There, he worked with troubled 6th and 7th graders in a month-long training camp.
He worked with them badass legit.
This is where he met Angelina, a fellow educator and a single mother to 9-year-old Autumn. The two eventually got married in April 2000. Angelina explained that Frank's visit to Angel Gate on September 5th was a last-minute request to act as a chaperone, so his name hadn't made the list of attending staff. Despite this, the day went smoothly.
I get back, I said,
Has been mentioned to police, and it comes directly from Angelina.
A few days before his tragic death, special education, another untimely.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. I don't know why that shit just skipped like that.
Accused Chad Holloway, Frank's supervisor at Angel Gate, of spiking his snacks with a toxic substance. When asked about the reason, she explained that much of her suspicion came because of an incident at Frank's job at Angel Gate Academy. Frank had left the position under complicated circumstances, having also uncovered disturbing behavior by Chad. Frank and Angelina reported their suspicions, and it led to a wave of terminations and reassignments at the academy.
once you see the reports that were filed,
that were initiated for Frank and myself. That's how all of this started.
The school environment changed.
Why do people kill their husbands? Like, dead ass. Why do people kill their spouse? I don't even know. Why the fuck would you marry the bitch if you was gonna kill her?
And so did Frank and Angelina's lives, since the reports were dismissed by the board. Angelina was worried that Frank's whistleblowing had caused resentment toward him, and that it might follow them wherever they went.
And I was just like, how can you just let him walk around here?
Angelina's claims took a darker turn when she recounted an ominous interaction between Chad and Frank.
This person had said, if anybody jeopardizes my job, I will kill them. He looked at Frank and he went like this, and he went right, dead on, eye to eye.
According to her, Chad made this chilling statement directly at Frank, adding to her suspicion. While talking to the detectives, she also made a request that had struck them to be rather odd.
I mean, is there any way that you push him?
Angelina also
Push
reiterated
them. What you mean by that? What you mean by that, bitch?
her claim, urging officers to investigate Chad Holloway. She remained adamant that Frank had been poisoned at Angel Gate, while throwing suspicion towards Chad in particular. Naturally, Chad, who was
I ain't gonna lie, he looked like a Dr. Evil build type nigga.
suspected of harming Frank at this point, was questioned by the police.
I was under the impression, before they talked to me, that they were so convinced I did this, that they had stopped at the sheriff's department, had basically told them to prepare to book me.
They found that Chad was upset about the accusations against him, but there was no proof that he had abused Frank or wanted to hurt him.
And it's also one of the worst things to be accused of if you didn't do it.
That was probably the scariest thing that had ever happened to me in life. I've been to war. I was in Desert Storm. A lot of things happen in combat. I had never in my life been that scared.
You was scared of this bitch, Chad?
I can't even describe how angry I was.
Man, beat
However,
that bitch ass,
investigators
nigga.
discovered
Nigga, you
that
fought
these
wars in Vietnam, nigga. Beat that bitch ass!
accusations against Chad had already been thoroughly examined and proven to be baseless. A false accusation, even without proof, can destroy a life. For the police, this was strong enough reason to believe it could drive someone to murder.
When you said that you wanted to take a gun and put it to the head of the person who made those accusations against you, you didn't know it was Angelina you were talking about at the time.
I did not.
But once you found out it was Angelina who made those accusations, I'm guessing you probably thought about putting your gun to her head.
Chad admitted to seeing Frank looking sick 4 days before he died.
When was the last time you saw Frank?
I saw Frank the Tuesday after.
Why the fuck he look like that? He look like a naked fucking child, bruh. This nigga has no hair. This nigga barely got fucking eyebrows. Eyelashes at that.
Labor Day 2000. Frank looked absolutely terrible.
Despite Angelina's persistent accusations, the police had no evidence to hold against Chad. But in a case like this, a lack of evidence didn't rule out guilt completely. Then came the breakthrough. Frank's toxicology report revealed fatal levels of ethylene glycol, the deadly substance found in antifreeze.
Yo, did he fed this nigga antifreeze?
Actually had 6 times the necessary amount to kill him.
Angelina believed this evidence could finally bring justice, yet investigators pointed out a significant gap.
What?
They had no evidence that Chad knew Frank would be at Angel Gate on September 5th. Poisoning him required planning, and without proof that Chad anticipated Frank's visit, his defense might argue he couldn't have acted spur of the moment. Detectives now looked for more details and awaited the autopsy results. In the weeks leading up to Frank's death, even more unsettling details emerged, one of them being Angelina's behavior toward the situation.
She calls police almost on a daily basis. She wants to know what the latest is, if there's been any update.
Angelina's motives appeared
You scared?
disturbingly
You
self-centered.
scared, mustache? It's fucking... This ain't no fucking Angelina.
sparking questions about whether her pursuit of
Fucking
justice
Andrew.
was really a cover for something darker. Just days after his death, she called Detective Wilson to ask how the coroner would dispose of Frank's body. When the detective explained that the cause of death had not been determined, Angelina's response was chillingly emotionless. Soon, she started to make calls asking for frequent updates from the coroner's office.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Did you guys get anything at all from the coroner? No word from the coroner yet?
Kinda.
Well, they don't have anything yet. It takes time for this type of stuff.
Oh.
You know, unless they know what they're looking for.
We need a cause of death, and at this time we're thinking that she knows what that cause of death is.
Both parties were desperate to uncover the cause of death, and now investigators played their cards cleverly, putting Angelina on the spot to see if she was hiding more than she let on.
It could be anything. It could be the flowers on the road. It could be something.
Flowers on the road.
Yeah, I was like, bitch, what?
Flowers on the road.
Those, heck are those? You know, they grow in the middle of the highway. I think they're azaleas.
At this point, we believe she knows exactly what it is. There's no doubt.
But she's trying to get you to say it.
See, they don't know. She don't know, bitch. That's where you incriminate yourself, bitch. You mentioned something about fucking anything, like you're hinting at you poison the nigga. You're done, bitch. You're done. You fucking murderers. You're done.
She would rather, I think, have us say it, and of course, we'd rather have her say it.
To gather more information, the police turned their attention to Frank's family, hoping they could reveal crucial details.
She was claiming that one of his coworkers had put poison into his Gatorade. She's telling me this, someone's poisoned your brother's story. And I said to her, Angelina, I just don't understand this. You know, how does someone poison a person? She says, oh, there are lots of ways you can poison someone. She said, for instance, she says, we have a flower out here called oleander. She said, you can make
But she just called it azazel.
out of that. You can make a soup out of it. And, you know, it's a poison. When we were riding in the limousine, she pointed right out and said, those are oleander bushes.
His sisters Shirley and Rebecca had become suspicious, fearing he'd been poisoned with oleander and had taken their concerns to Sergeant Holmes. Detectives noted the theory, but faced a challenge. Oleander poisoning is rarely screened in standard tests. The detectives knew they were up against not only a potential killer, but a poison that could easily go undetected.
Any chance that this was going to turn out not to be a murder and that what Frank died of was either natural causes or food poisoning or something like that?
Absolutely.
You can't die. You can die of food poisoning? That shit don't even sound right.
You were dependent upon what the coroner's office was doing, what they would find or wouldn't find. But in the meantime, you can't stop investigating.
With suspicions of foul play lingering, the family had urged authorities to look deeper. As detectives awaited the autopsy results on October 19th, more than a month after Frank's death, the investigation suddenly took an unexpected turn. Sergeant Holmes received a call from Angelina. She told him she had just received a disturbing call from an unknown person.
It was about maybe 5 or 10 after 8. Because I was on my way back from dropping my daughter off at school. I would get this call, and
Hey,
it was called.
bruh, how you even put your kids through that shit, bro? Like,
block. They said they wanted to tell me what was
look,
going.
it's either two reasons she killed him. Cause she really didn't want, like, she wanted to take this nigga money or whatever the fuck he had, or he was beating on her. It was just two simple things.
On because they had a lot of respect for Frank, but they couldn't tell me who they were because they know how Holloway is. And they said, you need to know a conversation I had with Holloway. He had said, they do try and track it down. They can't pin me because, and they said, they can't pin me. Can't pin me. It started breaking up, and all I heard was, ask them about antifreeze.
Antifreeze, not oleander.
Not oleander this time.
Had antifreeze even been on your radar screen at this point?
At this point, no, I don't believe it had been.
This anonymous caller told her to tell them.
Did they see
to
they
look
even
for
see the number?
antifreeze.
Bruh,
This is the first
I know they can track the number, nigga. I know these niggas not that fucking
time
retarded.
that antifreeze has been mentioned to police, and it comes directly from Angelina.
Unsure who the caller was or how they obtained her number, Angelina shared this with the sergeant, prompting him to request a specific test for antifreeze poisoning. She also informed detectives that she had received the call at around 8 a.m.
You got her phone records.
I got her phone records, yes.
And?
Lo and behold, there had not been any calls anywhere near incoming or outgoing to Angelina's phone at that time.
Damn.
Now, with the case
There
gaining
you
traction,
go.
investigators
WTAC.
had to uncover the truth behind her disturbing actions. Then, the autopsy results came in, confirming all their darkest suspicions. The autopsy findings pointed to oleander poisoning, with traces of the deadly toxin found in Frank's system. On December 12th, detectives informed Angelina that they would be questioning Chad about Frank's death. While Angelina waited for answers from them, she received a call from Chad himself.
Angelina?
Yes?
Why did you tell the police that I poisoned Frank with antifreeze?
Who is this?
My main question, Angelina, is how
did you remember?
That nigga got straight into my main question, Angelina.
While Angelina waited for answers from them, she received a call from Chad himself.
Angelina?
Yes?
This fucking suspicious ass bitch.
Why did you tell the police that I poisoned Frank with antifreeze?
Who is this?
My main question, Angelina, is how
did you get my number?
I want an Angelina. I'm just wondering how in the world this could ruin my life.
You know what? You need to call the investigator. I'm ending this conversation.
Okay, Angelina.
But here was the twist. The police had been with him, orchestrating everything. The trap was already set. They had been recording all of the conversations between her and Chad. Every word she said was about to come back to haunt her.
At one point you say, Angelina, you're going to ruin my life. Which actually, although it's maybe part of the script for that call, it's kind of true, given what she tried to do to you before.
What she tried to do before?
But inside, I knew
Yo, this bitch been trying to get rid of this nigga. What she been trying to do?
the other way around. You're not going to ruin my life anymore. It's your life that's going to be ruined because of this.
Right when detectives thought they'd missed their chance to get some evidence, they received a call from Angelina. What she said on that call would lead investigators closer to the truth than she ever imagined.
I just got a phone call from the hallway. Yes. He said, how can you, the detectives just told me that they think I killed Frank with antifreeze, and he says, I wouldn't go spreading these things or else. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't need to be talking to you. And he says, well, they'll never be able to catch me anyway. But he says, you just gotta watch your back. He says, you better watch your back. Okay. I am scared to death.
Angelina calls police and says, oh my gosh, Frank's old coworker just called me and now he's threatening me. Angelina doesn't know is that the joke's on her. Of course, the police knew that the coworker had called her.
Detectives fought hard to get Angelina to confess, but she wasn't going to make it easy. To piece together the full picture, they turned to her friend Palmyra Gorham, who might hold the key to solidifying their suspicions. Palmyra told them that towards the end of July she had an interesting conversation with Angelina.
There was another conversation on the telephone with Palmyra. Angelina told her she was making a milkshake for Frank, and a special milkshake for him. And Palmyra questioned if Frank was sick, and Angelina told her, not yet.
Oh, dumbass whore.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
This comment, in hindsight, seemed to foreshadow the deadly plan that Angelina had set in motion.
Yo, how the fuck you think antifreeze though? Like was antifreeze like market niggas dropping bodies back in the day? Antifreeze was catching bodies?
She revealed interesting details about Angelina's love life. One of those secrets was Angelina's alleged affair with Palmyra's nephew, Loran Moranes.
Ooh, what'd he look like?
Each time Angelina visited Palmyra, she'd run into Loran, and soon, casual greetings turned into a secret affair. Though still newly married to Frank, who was her fourth husband, Angelina found herself confiding in Palmyra about her dissatisfaction, even joking and saying, if I were to kill him, at least I'd end up with a little bit of money. At the time, Palmyra dismissed it, unaware that this seemingly innocent detail would soon unravel a dark and deadly truth. Apart from this, another key tactic used by the detectives was their suggestion to Angelina that they needed proof Chad had prior knowledge of Frank's visit to Angel Gate. Angelina responded by sending anonymous faxes and letters. The fax read, Detective Holmes, I mailed this to you. Why is Chad still free? Thought maybe you did not get it. Here it is again. With all the information collected against her, from her suspicious calls, anonymous faxes, and statements only the killer could have known, to her friend Palmyra revealing a shocking new truth, detectives were finally ready to arrest Angelina.
Get her
Detectives
dumbass.
Steinwand and Holmes visited Angelina's new home on February 7th, 2001.
Good morning. Morning. How's it going today?
Okay.
We got a little problem.
What?
Les Holloway was visiting you guys on Friday. Holloway couldn't have done this. The stuff that Frank had in his stomach.
Spit it out! Spit it out,
He
nigga!
had to ingest within a couple hours of his death. They found it in his stomach.
All because your dumbass called them niggas and was like, check for antifreeze.
The liquid, the antifreeze, and it has to, liquids purge every couple hours.
Engineer, did you give Frank antifreeze?
No, I didn't. I love my husband. I would not do that.
Let's think about this a second.
So who else
You're the
gave
only
it to
person
him?
with him. You're taking care of him. You're feeding and giving him liquids to drink.
I didn't.
It's important to be honest and truthful.
I know it is. I know it is. I mean, I've been trying to get to the bottom of all this from day one.
Pause. Got your dumbass. We got her, chat. Somebody called them fucking boys. Somebody called them fucking boys. And goddamn, tell them niggas to come get this bitch.
I mean, I love my husband. I wouldn't put my family through this hell.
They spoke for 35 minutes, and slowly Angelina's carefully constructed lies began to crumble.
We have an abundant amount of information that points that you poisoned Frank.
I didn't poison my husband. I mean, I am willing to take a lie detector test. I did not poison my husband. My husband was sent to me by God. Yeah, we had financial problems, which caused an emotional kind of
He was beating him.
craziness
They
about
was
it.
just
But you know
arguing.
what? That's common.
What if I was to tell you, with all the information that we've accumulated, that we can pretty much prove that you did?
We need the truth. Gotta have the truth, Angelina.
I did not kill my husband. I didn't.
Only you had the means to do it, the motive to do it.
They using that little pressure tag. I don't think they got shit though. Like for real, I really don't think they
The
got
conversation turned tense as the detectives pressed her about Frank's death.
The only information, the only person that supplied any information that Frank was poisoned was you. No one else knew that Frank was poisoned. Only you. Only you knew oleander. In addition to that, antifreeze. Nobody in this entire investigation told us about antifreeze.
And it wasn't long before they revealed the harsh truth.
What happened?
This entire time, she thought she was enjoying the circus, but she was the very clown being watched.
What?
This entire time, we have used everything you said and followed up on everything you've done and said. And quite frankly, it's hard to remember all those lies.
I didn't kill my husband.
Okay.
You can stand up.
Are you arresting me?
Yes, you are under arrest for murder of Frank.
No!
What you thought was gonna happen, dumbass nigga?
We also have a search warrant for your apartment.
That don't matter now. You can swear all you want. You can swear to the fucking. You can swear to the womb that fucking birthed you, nigga. You're done.
After Angelina's arrest, officers conducted a thorough search of her home. Among the items discovered was a napkin with the sheriff's fax number, an important clue, given that she had sent the anonymous fax to the sheriff. Another chilling discovery was a piece of paper with numbers and calculations detailing how Angelina planned to spend the $250,000 life insurance payout. This small piece of paper exposed her darkest intentions.
It contained all the amounts of insurance money she stood to gain, She even calculated the interest she would earn from the insurance payout.
This indicated her preoccupation with the financial gain from Frank's death and her potential dark motives. Right
What the fuck is that in her eye, bro? Every time they show this photo, like she fucking got something in her eye.
when detectives thought they had all the evidence they needed, this new discovery confirmed everything they had suspected.
Angelina had an oleander plant growing over the fence.
Apart from this, Angelina's involvement came just hours after Frank's death. At 10:17 a.m. on the morning of his death, Angelina had called West Covina Insurance Company.
Within only a few hours of Frank's death, Angelina calls the insurance agent and asks him how quickly she could get her payout.
She's doing things that are so incredibly
Stupid,
and
like
self-destructive that she's practically waving a flag at everybody saying, it's me, I'm the one.
Now with her in custody, prosecutors were ready with all the evidence against her.
The prosecution in this case portrayed the defendant as calculating, manipulative, premeditated, committing an unspeakable act for greed.
It was painful for him. It was a painful death.
While awaiting trial in March 2001, Angelina contacted Palmyra and pressured her to change her testimony.
Angelina's just desperate. She calls and asks her to lie to investigators about a conversation they had had.
She warned Palmyra that if she didn't alter her story, she could be arrested as an accomplice. Angelina suggested that Palmyra simply say she had found Angelina with her boyfriend, then made up the story about the poisoning. When Palmyra refused to change her statement, Angelina's manipulative behavior escalated further. In May 2002, while still in jail awaiting her trial, Angelina took her criminal intentions even further by attempting to solicit the murder of Palmyra. What Angelina planned next was so audacious.
She tried to kill her.
She tried to knock the
bitch top off.
She told
She
her
fucked her nigga and tried to knock her bitch top
cellmate
off.
she would pay $20,000 to whomever would carry out the hit.
She had approached fellow inmate Gwendolyn Hall to kill Palmyra once she was released. Angelina gave Gwendolyn a detailed description of Palmyra's house and the violent actions she had pressured her to carry out.
When you go in the front door, it's going to be the living room. Okay? And then you'll
Damn, the inmate was an informant.
It's not a big house. Then you'll go around, you'll see a kitchen, okay? You gotta go up through the kitchen, up 2 steps. You hear me? Then you're gonna make a quick left, and you'll see the kids' room. Then you make a quick right, and their bedroom is the last door on the left.
Maybe I should follow her in or something.
Little did Angelina know, Gwendolyn had her own plans.
The very person that Angelina asked to do a hit turned around and told authorities what Angelina was doing.
Gwendolyn then continued her conversations with Angelina, all while setting the stage to double-cross her and giving detectives exactly what they need.
What Gwendolyn get out of this shit? You think Gwendolyn got released? What did she get out of this shit?
Do you think that if they made it look like a suicide, they'd be bright enough to figure a way to do that? They can do it robbery gone bad, or they can make it look like the boyfriend gone bad.
She even mentioned staging the murder to happen in the morning when Palmyra would be alone after taking her kids to school.
I was thinking like the heroin part, just asking them just to get a whole bunch, an incredible, a ridiculous amount, and just, you know what I mean? Just pump it into her that it's way too much.
However,
Yo,
instead
this
of only
bitch is
taking
evil.
This as enough evidence, investigators went further with a creative route. To make it appear that the murder had been carried out, detectives orchestrated a fake shooting. This carefully staged deception was just the beginning of the end for Angelina.
Basically stage her death. We'd have her on her bed in her house with a fake bullet hole, fake blood.
That picture's pretty convincing.
It was very convincing, yes.
Another detective posing as a hitman named Antonio Davis met with Angelina in prison in June 2002, further confirming her role in the plot. And when Angelina faced the hitman, her dark intentions became undeniable.
Something's happened to your friend. Okay?
Oh, what?
Right.
Where did you get those from?
You need to contact your family. Okay.
Oh my God. I thought you were kidding. I am so ready to go home.
The more investigators uncovered about Angelina's conversations and actions, the clearer it became that she had been willing to go to extreme lengths to have Palmyra killed. The chilling nature of the crime became even more apparent when Angelina's daughter Autumn gave a statement. The day her mother was arrested, Autumn told officers about a special bottle of Gatorade that was prepared for Frank, one she wasn't allowed to touch. Angelina had even asked her to help feed it to him. On the night Frank died, Autumn recalled her mother making him drink an entire bottle of red Gatorade, saying money was tight and they needed it for him. 2 months before Frank's death.
What the fuck does money have to be due? I know.
The night Frank died.
What up, Gilbert, son? What's up, Gilbert, son?
Autumn recalled her mother making him drink an entire bottle of red
That
Gatorade,
boy.
saying money was tight and they needed it for him.
Bitch, what?
Entire bottle of red Gatorade, saying money was tight and
Imagine me coming up to y'all and be like, here, drink this Gatorade. My money not right, so I need you to drink this bitch. That shit sounds suspicious.
they needed it for him. 2 months before Frank's death in July 2000, Angelina took out a $250,000 life insurance policy on Frank.
Yes, we know
This
that.
policy was more than a safeguard. It was the final piece in her deadly plan. She testified that she had responded to a direct mailing advertisement and thought it would be...
I'm great, man. I am fucking fantastic, Brody. Go ahead and sub up, Brody. Go ahead and sub up. You know you want to. You know you want to. Sub up to me on that purple app, too. You know what I'm saying?
a good idea. But
And
Frank
join the
was not
Discord.
totally
Join the
in on this
Discord.
idea.
And she started to tell him all the reasons why that she felt that they needed insurance. And she was doing such a good job that I just sat there and shut my mouth and I said, hey, I'm going to let her do the selling.
And in less than 2 months, she called the agent back.
She called me and she said, I have some bad news. My husband's dead. And I said, wow.
Angelina's obsession with the insurance payout, the strange milkshake, the suspicious Gatorade,
Oh
and the
God, what happened to the fucking milkshake? How was my day? Shit. Cooling, cuz. I've been up since. I want to say 5, buddy. What about you? What you been doing today?
poison found in Frank's system, all pointed to a carefully planned murder. In the trial, disturbing details about Angelina's past emerged, causing her ex-husband, Tom, to question if she had orchestrated their daughter Alicia's tragic death years earlier.
No, the fuck
The
she
two had
did.
married in 1987 and had daughters Autumn and Alicia. During a 1992 vacation in Michigan, they were warned about Alicia's pacifier, which had been recalled due to safety risks. Months later, the couple would face their darkest fears.
What happened?
Her daughter choked on a pacifier.
These pacifiers have been recalled because of either deterioration or failure.
Angelina sued Gerber, eventually receiving a $750,000 settlement. As suspicions about the motive
750 fucking thousand. Work at a food bank as a cashier. That's what's up, Brody. What you doing in the stream, man? Go ahead and join the Discord, man. That's how you send me shit to react to. That boy be slinging out the dishes, huh?
surfaced in court, even Tom began to wonder if Alicia's death had been part of a darker plan. The
Yo,
question
if she
was no
killed
longer
her-
whether she had
if
killed
she
Frank.
killed her fucking daughter, you know how inhumane. I would slap the fucking brown eyes off this bitch.
It was only a matter of when justice would catch up with her. Angelina's extramarital affair with Palmyra's nephew, Lauren, also contributed to the growing evidence against her.
What happened? He snitched on
About
her?
a week before Frank's death, Angelina confided in Lauren that she had intentionally left the gas on in the garage, hoping for one of two outcomes, either a deadly explosion or Frank passing out from the fumes. When questioned by investigators, Lauren admitted that he had kept quiet because he didn't want to get involved. Additionally, police found records showing Frank reported a gas leak on September 3rd. A technician discovered a loose gas line, which looked likely to have been tampered with. Had Frank not alerted the leak, it could have killed him. This raised
What?
suspicions that Angelina might have been trying to harm him before resorting to
Found-
poison.
You was strolling through and you found me? Man, now you here, cuzzy. Now you part of the family. You can't go nowhere because you're trapped here now.
In the end,
but I appreciate you though. I really do. That's real shit. That's some real shit. Love you fully.
January 12th, 2004, Angelina was convicted and sentenced. She was sentenced to death, not only for the murder of Frank, but also for the calculated way in which she had orchestrated his demise for financial gain.
They gave that bitch the chair. They threw the book at her dumbass.
The action seemed very calm and only mildly upset about the verdict. And the same demeanor was seen while she was addressing the court.
I broke and made a few terrible, stupid mistakes, which I regret very much.
Bubba. That's my name. It's Bubba.
We all make mistakes. I just picked the wrong time to make mine. But murder is not on that list.
However, she was not convicted for the death of her daughter. Angelina's case is a haunting reminder of the extremes of manipulation and greed. From poisoning Frank to plotting Palmyra's murder.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. As much as it's sad this nigga got killed, this nigga is fucking ugly.
And even her involvement in her daughter Alicia's tragic death.
I went 10 years thinking that Alicia's death was an accident. So it was like reliving her death all over again.
Her actions were coldly calculated. Ultimately, her relentless drive for control and financial gain led to her undoing, resulting in a conviction and death sentence. Before we wrap up, we extend our heartfelt condolences to Frank's family and loved ones. Do you think there are warning signs in Angelina's actions that, if noticed earlier, could have prevented these tragedies?
What up, Trey? That my dog right there. Say that. You joined Discord?
And in the end, was justice truly served? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know which case you'd like us to cover next. If you found this video engaging, please like and subscribe to Mysterious 7. Until next time.
I'm riding in a striker through the city trying to smash it. Took her at the Lenny since she walked outside of bad bitch. I bought a Gucci Prada 2-inch Louis with a jacket. Do your favorite dance, up it down, do it ratchet. Yeah, do it ratchet. Never go back.